What's going on, you guys? Casey Henry from Henry's Every Angle Podcast. One of the things I want to do is go over two things we've learned from previous podcasts. About every week or two, I want to remind you to like, subscribe, share, follow, leave a comment. Please leave a comment. If there's something you don't like or you think I could improve, or a different topic to talk about, let me know. Now, enjoy. You do not have to do crap. You don't. Yeah, you don't have to get a job within the first 3 towns of where you live. You can travel. People will tell you not to, but why? Because they're unwilling to? You don't have to do it. You don't have to follow social norms. You don't have to go out every weekend just because everyone around you does. That's expensive. You do not have to attempt to get everyone to like you. You don't have to please everyone. That's just a fact. You don't have to obey what other people like. It's freedom of speech. Land of the free. You don't. You're allowed to have your own opinion. You don't have to attempt to get someone to be on the same page as you. Have open conversation. Don't push anything down anyone's throat. But you don't have to please anyone. Nor do you have to attempt to get anyone to like you. People come and go. You have to like you. Second thing from Clay is temporary sacrifices can have long-term effects in fixes as well. One of the things we talked about, and don't shut it off right now. Let your car get repossessed. Don't leave. Hear me out. Pay $100 a month on your $500 a month car payment for 4, 5, 6 months. You can fix your credit score within 5 years. You can't get out of that car payment when you sign for a 6-year loan. 4 times 5 equals $2,000. Take that $2,000, go right down the road, buy something you can afford, pay it in cash. You'll be able to fix it. As well, you'll be able to generate more income. Edwin Kelly, you have to deal with your stress. Stress leads to cancer, cardiovascular disease, strokes, etc. You have to deal with it. If you care about your family, and I know that sounds like an insult because I'm one of the most stressed out people on earth, so I promise I get it. But here's the fact. You will not be alive, nor is there a possibility will you be able to pick up your grandkids when you're 65 years old because you went off, stressed yourself out for your entire life, and now all that stress that you went through was for nothing. You have to be able to enjoy life. You have to learn how to cope. I'm a hard worker. I get it. I can't go to sleep at night because I don't allow myself to cope enough. One of the things I did, Alex Hormozi ended up giving this advice. Instead of setting an alarm clock in the morning, set an alarm clock when to go to bed. Shut everything down. Pick it up in the morning. I do that. The moment I started doing that, there's times I wake up at 3:30 in the morning now because I went to sleep between 7:30 and 8 o'clock at night. Picked it up at 3:30 in the morning. Guess who's not awake at 3:30 in the morning? My kids. They're not a distraction. I'm able to get it done by that time. And by the time my kids get up, I'm already awake. I don't have to tell them to leave me alone. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee. I'm already awake. You have to figure out how to deal with your stress. You have to make time to allow your body to rest, recuperate, bring your blood pressure down. Otherwise, you're not going to be around for your great-grandkids or grandkids. Or maybe even see your own kids graduate high school. There's a chance. Happens all the time. We have to stop thinking that won't happen to me. The only one who's in charge of not allowing it to happen to you is you. When Ed was a young parent, he had a rule with his kids. We don't talk about daddy's work at home. Now, Obviously, if he had a hard day, he may have talked about it with his wife. And that's fine and dandy. But this was his way of separating his professional work life and his personal home life. And when we think about different things we could do differently to cope, to prevent cardiovascular diseases from occurring within our life, this is something we may want to take into consideration. Obviously, if we telecommute, that might be harder, but realistically, even if you don't telecommute, how often do you check your email as soon as you wake up in the morning, or even before going to bed or after dinner? You have to separate yourself from your professional life and your home life. I understand the grind. I understand the movement. I understand working hard. But here's the deal. Like I said before, what's the point in doing all this hard work if we cannot spend time with those we love because we sacrificed it all to have these chronic diseases? Take it into consideration. When I interviewed Kevin, this is a guy who was born and raised in Vietnam, moved to the United States at 16, went to college at 18, joined the National Guard at 19. He is gay, very flamboyant, but he is extremely intelligent. And one of the things that he said was, when he moved to the United States, he didn't look for people to like him. He looked for those who he belonged with. Not everyone is going to get along with you. It's like I said back in the very beginning of this. You have to stop expecting people to like you, and you got to stop attempting to please other people. You're always going to get disappointed. It's the exact same way as a city person that has nothing to do with going into the woods and bringing him hunting. You're going to just get disappointed. It's not about discrimination. It's about being with those who accept you for who you are. More people can learn to look at life this way, we would have a lot less hatred. It's not about discrimination. It's about those who love you. And if we spent just as much time looking for those who love you for who you are, instead of attempting to change other people, we would have a lot less hate. One of the questions I asked him was, what would you say to those who would say America is no longer the land of opportunity? His response is opportunity is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Although so many people expect the handout. So many people expect it to be easy and just fall from the sky. Opportunity is there. But how many people are willing to actually take that first step and do this? Look at myself. The last video I did like this got 0 clicks on YouTube. But here I am, doing this. Opportunity is what you make out of it. It's up to you if you want to work for it or not. And quite frankly, if you don't want to work for it, and you hate that I'm saying this, do us all a favor. Leave us alone. There's people out there grinding and killing themselves to get somewhere. Don't put us down, because we're going to keep going. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Henry's Every Angle Podcast. Please share, follow, like, subscribe, comment. Please comment. And I thank you all for listening. Have a good day.